I was then working in a Makati office during the martial law. There was always fear of being apprehended by the police when going home late at night from overtime work. Curfew hours was from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning. Since the declaration of martial law, democracy died. There was no freedom of the press and freedom of assembly. The right of people to speak and share their opinion about the current situation were totally deprived and denied. There was no reading a free newspaper. There was no genuine, honest, and clean elections. The Philippines had the worst human rights abuses. Victims, which included political enemies and suspected drug dealers, were beaten, flogged, and given electric shocks. There was summary execution, massive corruption, nepotism, and cronyism. Big businesses were taken by the government and handled by friends and crony of the Marcoses, whose expansion came from foreign borrowings collateralized by the Philippine government. With martial law imposed, the Philippines was plunged into darkness, similar to the Japanese occupation. Only this time, it was at the hand of a fellow Filipino. Marcos' hunger for power inflicted immeasurable damage on our democratic values. He offered the Filipino people economic progress and national dignity, but the result was dictatorship, corruption, poverty, politicized military, and dependence on foreign government and banks. In the economic field, before the declaration of martial law, the Philippines was number 2 in Asia, but we went all the way down to being at the bottom of the ladder throughout Asia. By the end of the dictatorship in February 1986, we were a bankrupt nation. The stock market at the time was practically dead. One of the New Society's advocacy was to eliminate corruption. But when Marcos fled the country in 1986, the suitcases, according to the U.S. customs agents, contained jewels, luxury items, and 4 gold bricks. Estimated Marcos' wealth runs from $3 million to $30 million US dollars.